Hey, good morning, y'all. So this morning we are in Leviticus chapter 3. And we invite you, Holy Spirit, we love you so much. And we invite you into this word that you would feed us with manna, fresh baked bread from heaven. And I say this in Yeshua's name. Laws for peace and offerings. And this can also be found in Leviticus 7:11 through 21. Let's get started. If anyone's offering is a peace offering, and he offers an animal from the herd, whether male or female, he must present it without blemish before the Lord. He is to lay his hand on the head of the offering and slaughter it at the entrance to the tent of meeting. Then Aaron's sons and priests shall sprinkle the blood on all sides of the altar. From the peace offering, he is to bring an offering made by fire to the Lord. The fat that covers the entrails, all the fat that is on them, both kidneys with the fat on them near the loins, and the lobe of the liver, which he is to remove with the kidneys. Then Aaron's sons are to burn it on the altar atop the burnt offering that is on the burning wood as an offering made by fire, a pleasing aroma to the Lord. If, however, one's peace offering to the Lord is from the flock, he must present a male or female without blemish. If he is presenting a lamb for his offering, he must present it before the Lord. He is to lay his hand on the head of his offering and slaughter it in front of the tent of meeting. Then Aaron's son shall sprinkle its blood on all sides of the altar. And from the peace offering he shall bring an offering made by fire to the Lord, consisting of its fat, the entire fat tail cut off close to the backbone, the fat that covers the entrails, all the fat that is on them, both the kidneys with the fat on them near the loins, and the lobe of the liver, which he is to remove with the kidneys. Then the priest is to burn them on the altar as food, offering made by fire to the Lord. And from his offering he shall present an offering made by fire to the Lord, the fat that covers the entrails, all of the fat that is on them, both kidneys with the fat on them near the loins, and the lobe of the liver, which he is to remove with the kidneys. Then the priest is to burn the food on the altar as an offering made by fire, a pleasing aroma. All the fat is the Lord's. This is a permanent statute for the generations to come. Wherever you live, you must not eat any fat or any blood. So Leviticus, you're not supposed to eat any of the fat or the blood, because the disease and the sickness lie in the bloodline or the bloodline curses and in the blood. Leviticus 7:11 through 21. Now, this is the law of peace offering that one may present to the Lord. If he offers it in thanksgiving, then, along with sacrifice of thanksgiving, he shall offer unleavened cakes mixed with olive oil, unleavened wafers coated with oil, and well-kneaded cakes of fine flour mixed with oil. Along with his peace offering of thanksgiving, he is to present an offering with cakes of leavened bread. From the cakes he must present the portion of each offering as a contribution to the Lord. It belongs to the priest who sprinkles the blood of the peace offering. The meat of the sacrifice of his peace offering of thanksgiving must be eaten on the day that he offers it. None of it may be left until morning. If, however, the sacrifice he offers is a vow or a free will offering, it shall be eaten on the day he presents his sacrifice. But the remainder may be eaten on the next day. But any meat of the sacrifice remaining until the third day must be burned up. If any of the meat from his peace offering is eaten on the third day, it will not be accepted. It will not be credited to the one who presented it. It shall be an abomination. And the one who eats of it shall bear his iniquity. So he's going to have to bear his own sin if he eats of it, because he was asked not to. Meat that touches anything unclean must be eaten. must not be eaten. Sorry. Meat that touches anything that's unclean must not be eaten. It is to be burned up. As for any other meat, anyone who is ceremonial clean may eat. But if anyone who is unclean eats meat from the peace offering that belongs to the Lord, that person must cut off from his people. If one touches anything unclean, whether human uncleanliness, an unclean animal, or any unclean detestable thing, and then eats any of the meat of the peace offering that belongs to the Lord, that person must be cut off from his people. So we're reminded throughout here, God does these things for a reason, and sometimes who are we to ask why or what it's about? But he has a reason for everything. He is the ultimate high intelligence. He knows what he's doing. He knows why he created things that he created. He knows the purpose that he created them for. And he knows exactly how they will harm you. And this is just a book of warning. He's letting you know that if you do these things, it's going to harm you, because I know what I created him for. I created him for this purpose, not for that. And if you eat them or use them for that, then guess what? It's going to harm you in this way, as that's the purpose he created it for. I hope that this helps you. I pray that you will understand that we are in an hour and a time that we should not be eating defiled meats. We should not be eating anything defiled, nor the blood. It has to be blood-drained meat to be eating it. We are in an hour that is coming upon us where disease and sickness is going to grow at a fast rate, and it's going to take over us rampantly. So he's calling you that. And as we're in the book of Leviticus, we're going to learn about the laws and the righteous food and the unrighteous food. That's, if you stick with me, that's where we're at. And we're going to learn what God says. And isn't that the most important part? I pray this helps you. I pray you go forth, and I pray you study hard to be approved, and have a blessed day.